$6.25 is the current price of one Saga coin. And I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you who got the airdrop, who's been staking and compounding Atom, who's been staking TIA, and who received the TIA airdrop maybe even for staking Atom, and then staked TIA to get the Saga airdrop, or for everyone who held a BadKit NFT and was eligible for the Saga airdrop through that. $6.2425, absolutely nuts. This implies a $6.2 billion fully diluted valuation. There's some big news around Saga. We're going to look into this in a second. But first of all, let's look into the biggest pumpamental Bitcoin has, and that is obviously the Bitcoin halving, which is going down in 9 days. And I was saying that the only thing that can stop a pre-halving rally is huge outflows from the Bitcoin spot ETF. And that is actually what is kind of the case right now. We're seeing huge outflows from Grayscale. And this week so far, BlackRock Fidelity could not absorb the sell pressure from Grayscale, right? Fidelity is only at 3 million inflows. BlackRock yesterday at 128, but the day before they also only had 15 or 20 million. So things have been slowing down. There's also tax season right now in the US, which is also kind of a narrative that people are saying why there's so huge inflows and sell pressure and not many inflows, but huge outflows. Might be the case, I don't know, but also honestly, I don't really care because long-term Bitcoin is going to 100K, 200K, 500K. It doesn't matter. Short-term, obviously, it would be nice to have a Bitcoin pre-halving rally, but also Bitcoin right now is still at $69,000. So it doesn't really matter too much, but obviously I would love to see a rally this week. If we look more specifically into the Cosmos price movements today, we see that, yeah, everything is down. Everything is in the reds. And that applies actually to most altcoins today. They're all down, actually, since a week or two already. If we look at the top winners today, we see obviously Saga, but then Stargaze and Passage, and especially Stargaze, is making huge waves right now. They have huge momentum with one specific NFT collection that I'm going to talk about later as well. But yeah, this is all about that. So now let's look into briefly some of the news in the past 24 hours. And there's been a lot of news. Obviously, the Saga launch was a big one. We talked about it yesterday as well. But this one is also a big milestone achievement and positive news, in my opinion, for the Cosmos Hub. The signaling proposal to bring permission CosmWasm has been approved by Cosmos Hub governance. This is a text proposal. So the next step is going to be that there needs to be a new proposal for actually implementing the code and actually implementing CosmWasm on the Cosmos Hub mainnet. So this was just a temperature check and basically getting the pre-approval from the community. But this is quite decent, 52% for yes, only 26% for no, 21% abstained. But yeah, this is very clear. This is a clear signal from the community that the time has come, right? With stSAGA, we also voted yes for this. And even P2P, who is kind of the founding organization behind Neutron, which is a permissionless Atom-secured consumer chain, even they voted for yes here, right? And also Confio, the company that actually originally invented CosmWasm, they are also in favor for that. The Juno community as well. I saw Jake Hartnell also tweeting very bullish about it. And this could really revive some of the excitement from developers because this brings and enables better tooling for the Cosmos Hub, for upgrades to go smoother, and also for shared security, specifically mesh security, to be compatible, right? And in that context, we also have a huge launch, which is EigenLayer, EigenDA, talking about shared security, restaking. EigenDA just launched Mainnet. This has been big news, and this is also one of the most highly anticipated launches in crypto this year, right? Maybe even the most highly anticipated launch, because this is a new direction and a new innovation with restaking that EigenLayer enables. They did not launch a token yet, so be careful and be aware that this is just kind of the mainnet launch. The token launch has not happened yet. I guess once the token launches, this will probably land at a $20 billion plus valuation minimum, I guess. And this will cause a huge kind of restaking season where all the restaking contenders like the Picasso networks, for example, Babylon as well, and now Nomic, we're also going to talk about that. There's some big news there. Will absorb some of that momentum and some of that traction. Anyways, Cosmos Hub, great to see that this proposal passed. Getting back to the topic here. Also, partial set security ends today or tomorrow. So this is great to see that this is also, but this is a clear yes. This is just a formality. And then also the Cosmos Hub proposal by Agoric, or basically the DCF, that is aiming to boost IST, interstable token liquidity across Cosmos DeFi. This also looks like it's going to pass. We still have 6 days remaining though, and we haven't reached quorum yet. But so far it looks, it looks like it's on the trajectory to actually go through. Now let's talk a bit more about Saga. This obviously has been a huge launch yesterday. The staking APR is still at 26%. And this has overall been a very, very smooth launch, to be honest. I personally also think the fact that Saga did not go to $15, $20 or do something crazy means that the chart might actually look very, very nicely. I talked to you yesterday about how there might be some kind of similarities or similar pattern to the AltLayer chart, which has been going sideways, but always slightly up. So I think if Saga went to like $8, $9 over the next couple of weeks and months, silently with some chopping around, I would not be surprised, to be honest. So what I did is stake most of my Saga tokens. There's also breaking news about Stride that just launched liquid staking for Saga. So you can even liquid stake right now. stSAGA 27.68% APR. They also tweeted here that the first snapshots for Saga stakers will be taken within the month of April. And we talked about it, how there might be 100+ airdrops lined up for Saga stakers. And in my view, this is actually a severely underrated narrative, because remember how when Celestia launched, in the beginning, it was a little bit shaky. It went sideways for a week. Nothing happened at $2, $3. And then it broke out. Why? Because the airdrop meta narrative broke out. And overall, also kind of this modularity season, right? On Saga, we might see a similar thing, because Saga has the gaming narrative. And that is currently inexistent in Cosmos. And they have the gaming narrative, but also paired with modularity, paired with parallel execution, and with shared security, right? So they have this going on. They're still a little bit under the radar. I think most crypto people don't really know what Saga is or does. But I think the fact that this is all gaming airdrops that we'll see, something that we haven't really seen at all in Cosmos so far, might be a new narrative, right? And Celeste has all been around airdrops for roll apps or roll ups. And here it's airdrops for gaming projects, right? So this might be an interesting meta here. Like I said, you can liquid stake here on Stride. They also said that, yeah, they want to make stSAGA basically also a base token for all these airdrops, so that you would also be eligible for that. Obviously, you know, if you stake natively on chain, I think you're really truly maximizing your potential eligibility for airdrops. So that's what I did. I just natively staked mine. Note though that there's a 3-week unbonding. If you say, hey, I'm willing to take the risk to maybe miss out on 1 or 2 airdrops, and I know for a fact that the Stride team is extremely hard, like pushing hard on making sure that stSAGA in that case would be kind of considered for airdrops, right? For all these projects that are launching. But if you're saying, hey, I'm willing to kind of take the risk of maybe missing out on 1 or 2 of them, but I can instantly exit my position, and I don't have to wait 3 weeks for unbonding, then I think stSAGA, holding stSAGA makes a lot of sense. They also mentioned, I think, that there will be an STRD airdrop for Saga. So right now we have STTIA and STDime that's being incentivized with STRD tokens. And I think they teased that they will be also doing that for Saga. So that's all about Saga. Huge news updates, new narrative, new meta, gaming economy is coming to life. And like I said, price movement so far has been really, really nice. To be honest, anything above $5 in my view is crazy, right? Because that implies a $5 billion valuation. But also that's the bull run we are in. That's the pre-bull run we're currently in. Another big kind of winner today is Stargaze Stars. I talked about it yesterday, about the tokenomics and how Stars really benefits from the virality of Celestine Sloth Society NFT collection on Stargaze right now, which is going absolutely viral. So Stargaze up 9% today. Is that coincidence? Well, I don't think so, because you see the sloths are going absolutely crazy, absolutely through the roof. If you look at the price chart, I talked about it yesterday, where I said that at around 100K stars, 110 or whatever it was, I felt like it's I couldn't buy it, right? It's like 3K per sloth. Now, a day later, it's $5,300, which is crazy. $5,300. That implies a 500x return on the min price of $12, right? 1 TIA was the min price. So that's actually like less than $12. So yeah, congratulations for everyone who got to mint 1. I also talked about it yesterday, how there was no pre-announcement. It just came out of nowhere, and you really had to be glued on your screen on Twitter with your notifications activated for the Stargaze account, for Zakimanian, and for the Celestine Sloth account, which only got their first tweet out literally like 2 days before the mint. So this was very, very tough to catch. I personally missed out on it, but I definitely want to get myself a sloth when I feel the time is right. It also just inevitably flipped, of course, bad kits, and this came much faster than anyone could have expected. Note though, in terms of market cap, it's still below bad kits because the sloths only have a fourth of the supply, right? Only 2,500 versus bad kits that are 10K in supply that are existing, right? Another big news we have from Nomic, finally, after a long time of silence, we see that the Nomic team finally, and to be honest, I feel like they should have done this much earlier and like just have more open, transparent communication with the community, because we've all been staking and compounding this for the past 2.5 years. I actually also placed a small private investment over 2 years ago into Nomic, but even I didn't really get to have any honest and transparent communications with the team, which is unfortunate. But nonetheless, STBTC, a liquid staking token, a Bitcoin liquid staking token powered by Babylon Chain, is being announced. And this is big news. Obviously, this is great news for the Nomic community. Yeah, and also the fact that these two projects, which in the past, I think people were concerned about, them doing the same thing or being too many cooks in the kitchen and competitors or whatever. But I think this is great news that they're, one, collaborating, and two, that there's a huge sign of life from Nomic after so long, right? STBTC is going to come out. I don't think they shared any updates about the NUM token being tradable, unfortunately. Because like I said, we've been compounding this thing for now over 2 years now. But whatever, I don't know. I don't have any news there. You can delegate to stSAGA here. We're also running a validator. Like I said, I'm also a private investor into Nomic, and I don't really have any updates to share here, unfortunately. But yeah, this is great to see. I guess keep compounding your NUM, and yeah, wait for updates here from the Nomic team once there will be liquidity pools deployed for NOM tokens on osmosis, I guess. And yeah, but nonetheless, I think this is great news for the Nomic and the Babylon community. Another big news we have from pSTAKE, and last week I talked about how pSTAKE is going to launch STK Sol, liquid staking for Solana. And now they announced that they will be doing a big pSTAKE airdrop, which, yeah, you can find more information here on pp.pstake.finance. And specifically for the Solana community, I think this is very exciting and very interesting. So you can go here, submit your Solana address, and then you'll probably find out how many pSTAKE token you get. Anyways, this is all about pSTAKE. Big news here. Another big news we have from Kinetix Finance KFI that is going to do an airdrop. I talked to you about it over the past couple of months. I'm also an advisor to Kinetix, so it's great to see that their airdrop contracts have now been kind of uploaded, and they're about to launch, which is cool to see. Kinetix, if you don't know, they are a perps DEX on the Kava chain, which is the native chain to issue USDT, Tether USDT. And Kava has always been at the forefront of DeFi innovation, but I think they need an application like Kinetix to really take them mainstream also amongst retail, right? Because I think amongst retail right now, Osmosis is still the predominant platform, even Injective now, and many others, Say Network, right? But Kava has a good shot, I think, with Kinetix. And yeah, there will be an airdrop for Atom stakers, for I think TIA stakers, Osmo stakers, and many more, right? So keep an eye on that. KFI, you can actually check that out here already on CoinGecko. It's already listed here, preview only, but I guess they will be launching very soon. And overall, there's just so many things, right? Like I was just last night retweeting a lot of things. We have the Quasar mentioned on coinbureau. We have also Quasar launching stSAGA, Saga Dynamic S plus pool with 23% APR plus what you're earning from holding ST stSAGA there, with a lot of people getting very excited here, obviously like Jonabel about the Saga airdrop, which, to be honest, like for many people, like I said, this was a huge airdrop. We have an update from Mantra. They're going to announce something on April 16th. And this is the day we're also having Cosmos Dubai here, physical event in Dubai. It's just a lot of things that are happening. You really literally can't be away from the screens for like a day, right? Because there's just so much going on, and airdrops left and right, and token launches left and right. LBPs on stream swap left and right. So always keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on Stargaze. Keep an eye on even on Neutron. There's a lot of meme coins popping up now. So I talked about how meme coin culture is currently inexistent right now in Cosmos. But I think I get the feeling that now Cosmos season is starting, right? Cosmos season 2.0. Ignited by the Saga launch, because I think the Saga launch will keep surprising many people, especially with the Saga ecosystem coming to life, right? 350 plus projects are in their ecosystem, mostly gaming projects. They're Avalanche aligned, Polygon aligned, Cosmos aligned, Celestia aligned. So I think Saga is going to have a big impact moving forward. And meme coins, NFT collections like the Celestine Sloth, like this is reviving a lot of culture, right? We have asteroid shipping, upgrade after upgrade after upgrade, new CFT20 tokens launching, inscriptions progressing. So it's so many things that are happening right now. You literally can't miss out, and you always have to be glued to your screen if you want to find the next sloth, right? If you want to find the next 100x, 200x random coin or collection that is able to do that, right? Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Until then, stay safe, be active, and be good.